What's up, you guys? Happy Sunday. Sorry I had to push the time back. I was because I knew I didn't have to get up in the morning. I was finishing up the power panel on TSF. Usually I dip out of the power panel early so I can get here for you guys by 9 o'clock. So I said, well, I don't have to get up in the morning so I can stay in the panel. So I pushed this one back. And baby, oh, we got some things to talk about. Okay. Phil said I'm gonna be surprised at your thoughts. Well, listen. So what's up to the people? Let's get right get into this situation. I am putting my birthday wish list in the chat. Again, you guys, you do not have to order anything off of it, but again, people have asked, and some people have purchased. Well, people have purchased items. You see those Amazon boxes behind me, so I appreciate it, you guys. And don't forget, we will be having my birthday party on why do I keep doing this? This is the wrong link again. We will be having my birthday party Thursday evening where I will be opening everything up. So if you purchase something, I will be doing one big unboxing on Thursday, 8 o'clock, I believe. Okay. So let's get into the things, you guys. So tonight's episode, we pick off pretty much where we left off. You know, last week we had the whole, limoncello party situation. And we found out that Marge exposed the text messages of Jackie talking ish about Dolores. And so we're kind of dealing with the aftermath of that. So we see Teresa is having a spiritual healing situation down to this spiritual store, child, where they were supposed to be, during the spiritualizing. Okay. During the spiritualizing. Now, it was just Teresa, Dolores, and Jennifer, right? The three people that Teresa actually, pretty much rocks with. So they're going in, Teresa trying to buy all the Buddhas and things of that nature. She says she's having her trip in Tulum. Now, I've never been to Tulum. So for the people who've been to Tulum, I need you guys to chime in. Do they have a lot of Buddhas and stuff in Tulum? Okay. Tell me, I'm not trying to be funny. Just let a sister know. So, of course, everybody, so this is how it goes. Y'all know how it goes. So while they're doing this, we have Melissa, Danielle, down to the Envy, where, Melissa says, hey, now that Antonia's gone and, I've moved my location, it's time for me to really, do some things. So she's planning a fashion show or something with a fashion show, child. And Danielle comes down there. So, of course, Danielle is downloading Melissa on what happened from her perspective at the party. And Jennifer and Dolores are downloading Teresa on what happened at the limoncello party. So, first of all, let's talk about this daggone bottle, which I know Phil was like, it's just a bottle of liquor. What's the big deal? It's just a bottle of liquor. Let me say this. I still feel the way I feel about that bottle of liquor. However, I'm willing to give Teresa some grace that it wasn't her idea. It was Louis' idea. And this was coming from Louis, not from her. And that all the card said was, congratulations on your new house, love, Teresa. She said it was not meant as an olive branch. It was not meant as a, opening up the door kind of situation. She still feel how she feel, and it is what it is. However, I still feel like, now whether it came from Louis or came from Teresa, I still feel like it was a stunt. I still feel like it was done to be seen. And that may very well have been Louis and not Teresa. So I am willing to give y'all that, Phil. I'm willing to give you that. But I still, with whoever's idea it was, I still feel like it was a stunt. Okay, moving on. Now, Dolores said, listen, when they were supposed to be doing this whole, they were doing a sound bath. Let me tell y'all something. And I've said this before. I am so sick of these reality shows being so cut and paste. So damn cut and paste. And what I mean by that is this. I feel like once you see something happen on one reality show, you have to see it on every single reality show. So when we had the goat yoga, which I still don't understand why anybody thought that was a good idea, that people are literally doing yoga while goats jump on their back and poop and pee and everything else around them. I will never understand why that was supposed to be relaxing, healing, or anything of the nature. But I feel like we saw at least 3 that I can think of off the top of my head, maybe even 4 if I think a little bit harder, reality shows that did the goat yoga, right? When everybody did the what was the thing where you sit on the pot and you cleanse your hoo-ha. Y'all know what I'm talking about. I can't think of the name of it, but I feel like we saw that on all the reality shows, right? Then now here we go with these sound baths. Everybody having sound baths. Now maybe I just don't move in the right circles, but I just don't feel like the yoni. Thank you, Kenya, the yoni. I just was like, why do we have to see the same thing everywhere? So anyway, the Lord said, listen, I can't cleanse my brain because my brain is working overload because I feel how I feel. You know, I feel some kind of way about what Jackie said. Okay. I feel some kind of way about what Jackie said. And this is why I love Dolores. This is why I rocked with Dolores. Because Dolores said, listen, I understand how y'all might want to still be cool with her, but I ain't messing with her. I don't F with her. Like, this is how I feel. I don't like it. I don't appreciate it. I never did nothing to her. You got in your feelings because I didn't tag you in a damn picture. So now I'm a slob. Now and you can't stand me. It's all like this and like that. And basically her only comeback at me was, well, you should have heard what Mark said about you and Paulie. And here's the thing. Dolores' thing is this. I ain't about to sit here and act like we don't talk ish because we all talk ish about everybody. However, I could choose to respond, react to who said what, how they said what to anybody. Of course you don't like Dolores anymore, Phil. Of course you don't. Anyway, but let me say this. Now, last week on Watch What Happens Live, Jackie, or might not have been last week, but in the last couple of weeks when Jackie was on Watch What Happens Live, and they asked her about her relationship with Teresa and why she was so willing to forgive Teresa, yada, yada, yada. And basically, Andy let her know, oh, well, you're going to see something that might not make you happy as far as Teresa's concerned. Now, I don't know if he was talking about tonight's episode, but baby, I was sitting here and the way I cackled when Teresa said, well, of course I'm using her. Duh. I need her so I can expose Marge. I said, and there it is, ladies and gentlemen. Anybody that was out here caping for Teresa and Jennifer and say, oh, well, people can forgive people. And why is it so ridiculous to think that for Teresa to forgive Jackie? I mean, people forgive all the time. For all of y'all that was out here caping, Teresa showed her hand tonight, and she was very clear. And she didn't say it once. She said she said it more than once about how she really, because later on in the episode when she was like, I mean, I really don't. I mean, she didn't say this. This is my words, not hers, obviously, because I'm about to curse. But basically, I don't F with Jackie. Jackie is an end to a meme right now. She said it to Louie and Gia when they was talking about the party, when they was getting ready for the party. So Teresa didn't say it not once. Teresa said it twice. So again, for all y'all people, Phil, that's out here capping for Teresa, like Teresa done turned over this new leaf. And her and Jackie is really sincere. First of all, when did Marge make fun of the eating disorder? Now, she did expose them text messages, and I told y'all last week I didn't like it. I didn't like it, and Rachel told Marge, and I appreciate that Rachel told Marge like that wasn't cool. That wasn't cool. Now, I didn't hear her make fun of her eating disorder, so let me know when she did that, because I didn't hear that. I'm not saying she didn't do it. I'm saying I did not hear it. Because let's be clear. See, this is what y'all need to understand about me, and most of y'all do. Just because I like one person or I dislike one person does not automatically mean I like another person. Marge is not one of my favorite people either. Let's be clear. Marge is not one of my favorite people. But at the end of the at the end of the day, I can look at situations independently and be like, okay, here's this and then here's that. And in this situation, Teresa was very clear that she is using Jackie. And Dolores was like, listen, I get it. I understand that you need that you feel like you need Jackie right now. You feel like you trying to keep Jackie on your good side. But please understand, I'm good and I'm out and I'm done. And I don't want to have nothing to do with this. Okay. And then Dolores started talking about Paulie and this whole situation with the electrician thing and how she's going to be working for him. And this is that and the other. And come to find, and so Jennifer asked her, well, how do you feel what about the ring? And Dolores was like, listen, I'm not worried about that right now. I'm not tripping off of that right now. I'm not thinking about that right now. Dolores, I think you are, but I also think that you sick of people asking you about it. Because I think you thought that divorce would be final by now. And then Paulie really hurt your feelings when Paulie was like, listen, just because I get my divorce does not mean I'm about to jump into a marriage. Well... okay. Marge made a statement and said, you better invite Jackie because she will spiral out of control. That was not her making fun of her eating disorder, Phil. See, you're reaching. The way I took that was Jackie gets upset when she's not invited to events. You see how mad she got when Dolores didn't even tag her in the damn picture from the damn baseball game that everybody knew she was at. She was talking about her not being invited to events, which she has said bothers her. She said it on Watch What Happens Live that it bothers her, and she said it on the show. So, Phil, you was reaching on that when she did not make fun of don't do that, Phil, because don't do that. She was not making fun of that woman's eating disorder. Because I think that's serious. I think that's serious if Marge did that. That's why I wanted to know what Marge said. You reaching. Anyway. Why somebody leave a comment under my Love and Marriage Huntsville video today and said, this was a great review. It was too many shout outs, but other than that, a great review. Well, what's the purpose of me doing a live review if I don't talk to y'all? If I didn't want to talk to y'all, or if I didn't have time to have a conversation with y'all, I would just do it all as an upload. Y'all, listen, for the people who are new here, I talk to my people when I'm live. That's what I do. That's the purpose of going live. Okay? Anyway, moving on. And then Dolores said what a lot of people have said is that Jackie thinks she's better than all of us. She looks down on us. She thinks she's better than me. She thinks she's better than you, Teresa. She thinks she's better than you, Jennifer. And Jennifer, of course, thinks that she is exempt from that because Jennifer thinks she's better than all of them. Okay. Exactly, Phil. Exactly. Well, moving on, child. Moving on. So while this is going on down to the sound bath, Danielle is talking to Melissa. I think Rachel was there too, but y'all, who cares? But they were down at the sound bath. They were down at Envy. And Danielle was basically telling Melissa what happened, like the party, because Melissa was hosting a party. Again, this was a real party, right? This was not a Real Housewives event. This was an event she was having and invited the Real Housewives, okay? So there were people there that she really had to play hostess with the mostest. So she ain't know every little thing that happened at the damn party. So Danielle was downloading her, and she did tell her about, about the different, the different arguments. But Danielle was like, I really felt some kind of way about what Jennifer said, because Jennifer really was acting like, I was wrong. And, now I ain't talk about this whole step and repeat this morning, and I meant to, it was in my notes and I forgot to talk about it. But let me tell you something. Jennifer, this is what I'm talking about with Jennifer's ass. Jennifer, you sat there and act like you were so concerned over the hairdresser not being able to stay in VIP. And somehow we went from the hairdresser not being able to stay in VIP. And then somehow we got from that to your husband's practice not being on the step and repeat. Girl, what? So this really ain't about the hairdresser. This is really about the fact that you didn't get no free promo at this lady's charity event. And I'll get there when I get there. But I just want to make sure I said that because I forgot to say it this morning. But Jennifer, you really when you went to that, that's how I knew that this wasn't really about that daggone hairdresser. This was about you feeling like you were slighted and you didn't get something that somebody else got. Okay, we're going to get back to that though. Oh, we're going to get back to Miss Jennifer. Okay? Of course you do, Phil. Of course you do. Moving forward. Now, down to Rachel's house. Marge comes through. We found out that the daughter's surgery was successful and that she's already doing better. She's already speaking more clearly. So great. I'm glad to hear it. Other than that, it wasn't really nothing here. I already told you guys that Rachel told Marge she was wrong for exposing them damn text messages. Okay, she was wrong and I agree. Marge, listen, and and Marge was like, "Well, girl, listen, I have more. Like I can talk about all the things that have been said over the last 6 years, and I personally have a problem with that. Again, I'm just not one of those people that when we're not friends anymore, I'm going to spray you. I just don't. I'm just not that person. What you told me is what you told me. Now, if it has something to do with why we're not friends anymore, or if it becomes a public situation and I have to defend myself, that's one thing. But Marge, you didn't have to expose those text messages to defend yourself because the argument that you were having with Jackie was between you and Jackie. It didn't have shit to do with Dolores. You just was trying to get more people on your side. So you were like, look, I know Rachel gonna be on my side. I know Danielle, and she's an iffy one. But baby, I know I can get Dolores on my side real quick. Let me let you know how this gonna happen, right? So anyway, that was pretty much what that was. Rachel was like, don't ever do that to me. Okay, and don't text me. Because I ain't talking to you in no text. I was like, I agree. Now let me say this, y'all. This is gonna hurt me to my heart to say what I'm getting ready to say. It's gonna hurt me to my heart because let me say this one last thing, and then I'm gonna move on until we get back around to it at the end of this episode. Because here's the thing: don't ever come to me and tell me what somebody said about me. What did you say? Did you defend me? What did you say that made that person comfortable to say it? Now, granted, Marge and Jackie, I don't know if they were friends or not at the time, and that's fine. But all of that, show me the whole text thread. Don't just screenshot. I am bad at answering text. You can text me because Lord knows I might not see it. You ain't lying. You are not. You know what I do? I have a bad habit of reading the text and then not responding. I responded in my head. I did respond. It just never left my brain. And I have a really bad habit of doing that. Or I will type out the text and not hit the damn send button. I don't know why I do that. I'll go into a text and it'll be the text that I thought I sent is still sitting there. I don't know why I do that. Let me tell you something. So that's what I had a problem with Marge sending them text messages. Don't send what you want me to see. Baby, let me read the whole conversation because I want to know what you said. And when she called me a fat slob and said she hated me, what you say back? See, that's what I want to know. So that's why that game don't work with me because I don't want to know what they said about me. I want to know what you said about me. And I want to know when they was talking shit, what you say back. That's the conversation I want to have. But anyway. So this next scene hurt me to my heart because I'm about to say something that I really don't want to say. But this is how I truly feel. This is how I truly feel. Dolores. Girl, you need to break up with Paulie. You need to break up with Paulie. Let me tell you why, okay? So, I was really liking Paulie last season. I thought Paulie was a little cutie, who was a little thickum, but she clearly liked him a little thickum. Hell, look at Frank, okay? Was a little cutie. Okay, a little cutie. Had a little money. Well, a lot of money. I mean, we ain't heard, knock on wood, heard a lot of money, right? He live in a really, really, really nice, you could tell it's like a new building and all that, driving Rolls Royces and all that good stuff, right? So it was a little bit of a red flag when he wanted you to move in with him, but that's not a big deal. People live together all the time. Hell, Gia get ready moving with her boyfriend, child. People live together all the time. So that really wasn't a red flag for me, but it was a side eye. Let me say that. It wasn't a red flag. It was a side eye, right? Then at the reunion last year, when we found out that Paulie was still married, I said, okay, now I'm starting to see a little bit of a red flag. I'm starting to, I'm starting to see a little bit of this red flag situation. Then we found out that the man been separated for 5,672 years and he can't seem to figure out how to get a damn divorce. The flag got bigger, okay? The flag got bigger. My dad's getting better. He's getting stronger. His appetite is back. So I'm going to see him tomorrow. I have a orthodontist appointment in the morning and then I'm going over there tomorrow to see him. So yeah, thank you for asking. So when I said, okay, now this a red flag right here. This a red, woo, okay. And then last week with him wanting to open up a business with Dolores, but you're not talking about, you right, when they had that conversation about, well, you think just because I'm getting divorced, that means I'm going to get remarried? But he had knee surgery, Danny, and he's in rehab for his knee. He had knee surgery, yeah. I was like, so now I'm like, because I thought y'all was on the same page, and now it sounds like Paulie not on the same page, but I thought we was on the same page with this whole marriage, divorce, getting married situation. Okay, so now another red flag. I'm waving another red flag. Then you want to go into business with her. You want to go into business with her. But you don't want to make a permanent relationship with her. But you want to, like, I don't understand. You want to go into a business though. Okay. All right. Okay. But then on tonight's episode, Paulie gonna tell Dolores that she can't have no plastic surgery. And if she has plastic surgery, that's the end of their relationship. He breaking up with her. Let me tell you what pissed me off about that comment the most. It wasn't the fact that was a very controlling comment. It wasn't the fact that Paulie asked the lost 50, 60 pounds and he probably fell into a vat of Ozempic. Okay, we ain't going to talk about that. Okay. What bothered me the most about that comment is when you met Dolores had plastic surgery. We know that Dolores got the breast done. We know Dolores got the Brazilian butt lift situation done. We know that she's had facial work done. And Lord knows what else we don't know. When you met her, she had already done some nipping and some tucking. So if you have such a huge problem with plastic surgery, then you should have walked on by when you saw her. You see what I'm saying? Dolores look good and her body is banging. Now, I understand if the concern is that you don't want her to become addicted to plastic surgery and overdo it. I'm okay with that because I feel the same way. I don't want nobody to get up, do too much and go overboard with the plastic surgery. I am fine with that conversation. But the problem that I have, is that you sat there and told that woman if she had any type of surgery done, that their relationship was over. That's when I would have packed my shit and I would have left. Because clearly plastic surgery isn't an issue that I did all of this and because you clearly have no problem with the plastic surgery on what I got going on now. That's clearly not a problem for you. Dolores, you done been down this road before, girl. You know how this ends. You've been down this road before, so I didn't like it. So at this point, I don't know, Paulie. You are on my naughty list. You are on my naughty list. Okay? All right. So let's get ready for the party. We are getting ready for the Tulum party. We see Gia and her mama and Louie talking, and they're talking about the show. Can I say something that I know some of y'all not going to like this? Some of y'all not going to like what I'm getting ready to say. But it's just how I feel. I'm sorry. It's how I feel, y'all, and I just can't change how I feel. I do not like Gia on this show. I don't like it. I understand she grown. I understand she done graduated from college. I understand that she has grown up in front of the cameras and it is like second nature to her. I even understand that her and Teresa are probably best friends and they probably talk like this all the time when the cameras are not running. But baby, I just can't change the fact that I grew up in the way that I grew up, in the household that I grew up in, around the black mamas that I grew up around, and we just didn't sit around and talk ish with, even when I was in my early 20s. And we would go to the family get-togethers, cookout, car party, whatever situation, Thanksgiving, Christmas, whatever. Baby, even to this day, if I'm being honest, even to this day, me and my cousins, and we grown, like my cousin just became a grandmother. We grown. Me and my cousins, we be in a whole different part. After we do the family dinner, after we play the little games we gonna play or whatever, baby, the house splits. Usually my mom and them leave because, they be like, all right, we out. And me and my cousins, it be like it's basically the after party. And even now, when we have, like, we talk, don't get me wrong, but if me and my cousins are in the room with my mom and my aunts and uncles or whatever, we talking about general shit. The election, music, what's going on TV, what movies are coming out. Like, we just having general conversation. If my mama and her sisters decide they're going to start talking and gossiping about some family business, baby, they don't do that in front of us. And like I said, we grown. It's just something about watching Gia, be involved in adult business that just hit me wrong. I don't like it. I didn't like it. What was that? 2 seasons ago when Gia got into the argument with her uncle. I didn't like it then. And I knew that everybody had their own opinion, and that's fine. I just don't like it. I just don't like it, y'all. I don't like it. So neither here nor there. I just had to put that out there. I know some of y'all might not care. I had to put that out there, child. Oh, hold on a second, y'all. Hold on a quick second. Hold on. Teresa has allowed her daughters to be in grown folks. Exactly. I agree. Just simply, Teresa has always brought her daughters into it. I agree. And don't get me wrong, I feel that way across the board. It's just right now we talking about the Real Housewives of New Jersey. We talking about G and Teresa. Okay, moving on. So they're basically talking about the Jackie thing. I kind of already told y'all what Teresa said about Jackie. I don't know what else they talked about. Jackie, the party, who's going to be there, who's going to get along, who's not going to get along. They talked about what happened with Jackie and Dolores, so forth and so on. Okay. I don't like it either, but it could be a good show. The kids of the Housewives, you know, they sort of did something like that during the pandemic. Remember they did something, but it was like via Zoom, and they kind of had the kids up there. And then they did another show, and I think it didn't do as well because again, it was during the Panorama. So I think it didn't do as well. Where they had like kids of reality stars on like a dude ranch or something like that for like a couple of weeks. I didn't watch it. But I agree with you. I think they could do like an ultimate girls trip style show with the kids where they just kind of have all of the kids go to, like, I don't want to see them on a dude ranch pretending to learn how to milk cows and all that. I don't want to see all that shit. But I wouldn't mind seeing them do. Oh, they are filming it now? Oh, send me the information, Phil. I didn't know anything about that. There is one. Oh, who's on it? Y'all send me the information. I didn't know anything about it. And you know what, Cheryl, you better say it for the people in the back. That's the other side of this. You can't have it both ways because Teresa, because you're right. This comes up later on in the episode when John Fuda used the example of Jackie using Gia as an example about the whole, well, what if I heard a rumor, yada, yada, yada. It's called Made in Manhattan. Hold on. Let me look it up. I'm going to keep talking, but let me look it up while I'm talking. You're absolutely correct, Cheryl. You can't have it both ways. You cannot have it both ways. What you can't say, well, my kids are off limits, but then your kids are literally filming scenes while you're talking ish about other people. Now, granted, and Gia has definitely said things. Now, in this particular scene, she ain't say so much. You said it's called Made in Manhattan. Hold on, I gotta put comma reality show because you know that was a movie with Jennifer Lopez, child. Reality show. Let me see what comes up. Here it is right here. Real Housewives kids film making it in Manhattan. Hold on, y'all. Let's read through this real quick. I'm just gonna take a pause for the calls real quick. Kids are taking over Bravo TV. Upcoming show, Making It in Manhattan. It follows Bravo celebrities' offspring taking the lead in the lead in a coming of age show called Following the Real House Kids Chase Their Dreams in New York City. Let's just look at the cast. So the cast is, so far we know that the cast is Riley Burrs. Okay. Shout out. What's up, cuz? Riley Burrs, Ariana Bierman. Oh, child. Brooks Marks, Gia Giudice. Okay, so far that's it. Okay, I can see that. Okay, well, we'll be here to talk about it. All right. So anyway, we get to the Tulum party. Jackie shows up. She tries to apologize to Dolores, and Dolores is not here for it. Dolores said, listen, let me explain something to you. I don't like what you said. I didn't appreciate the fact that you said it. She said, and here's what I thought was funny. Baby, Dolores carried the hell out of Jackie because Dolores said, you know, sometimes, because Jackie was talking about Marge this and Marge that. And Dolores said, well, you know, sometimes relationships need a break. And Jackie was like, you're right. Me and Marge need to take a break. She said, and no, I'm talking about like us. We're on a break. This relationship. Break. Okay? And shout out to Jen Fessler, because Jen Fessler sat there while they was talking trash about Marge, and she was like, I'm sorry, do you not see me standing here? Do you not know or remember that she's still my friend? And I appreciated the fact that she walked away. She tried to tell them, listen, I still love my friend. I still love her. Marge is still my friend. She tried to remind them people. And when they wouldn't stop talking about Marge, she just walked away. See, that's what you're supposed to do if somebody starts talking about your friend. You try to defend them. And if that don't work, then you just don't participate. So what she can say is, listen, Marge, when I tried to get them to stop, and when they wouldn't stop, baby, I walked away. Because sometimes you can't stop somebody from saying what they want to say. You know. But I think Jen Fessler jokes a lot, because she did joke about when they said something about flying on a private jet. And she said, well, I've never been on a private jet. And they were like, well, you should hang out with us. And she was like, Marge, who? I think that was a joke. Like, I knew somebody was going to bring that up, but I didn't take it that serious. That was a joke. I mean, you know, I think it was a joke. But anyway. So Danielle shows up. And Danielle, basically, she confronts Jennifer about why Jennifer said, and she was like, I don't even care about the hairdresser and the VIP situation. Why did you say I stole from my charity? And here's the thing. I'm going to tell you what happened. Danielle went home, because I know some people are going to be like, well, it happened. Why she saying something now? In the moment, it probably went over her head, right? But what happened was, she got home and she thought about that thing, and she realized that's not going to play well on camera, because that charity and the people are going to feel like I didn't give the money to them like I should have given the money to them. And so she wanted to clear that up on camera. So for future reference, won't nobody try to say she stole from a charity and all that other stuff. I understand what Danielle was doing, because Danielle probably thought about that thing. You know how somebody say something and in a moment, and then you think about it later and it hits you, you be like, whoa, wait, what? Wait a minute, she said what? No. And I understood 100% what Danielle said the first time. Jennifer took it and went left with it, right? Jennifer was the one that was like, well, when I have charity events, I pay for everything out of my pocket. Okay, well, everybody don't have the kind of money you have, even though she tried to say, we're not a millionaire. We're not millionaires. Well, girl, you be bragging about your 16 bedrooms in your house and all this other stuff. You can't have it both ways. Either y'all rich or y'all not. And I understand that rich don't always mean millionaire status, but that's what it means to me. If you live in a house that has 16 bathrooms or however many bedrooms, and it's the biggest house in the whole town that you live in, ma'am, then you need to be a millionaire. I'm sorry, not sorry. But moving on. Everybody doesn't have that kind of money to take out their pocket like that. When you do fundraisers, it's not outside of the norm that you pay your vendors out of the money. Then you pay, like, that is how it works. That's why sometimes fundraisers don't make a lot of money. You know, sometimes you do these fundraisers and then you hear what they were like, they only donated $5,000, but this was a whole, this was a whole room full of people. Okay, well, you had to pay the chef, you had to pay the DJ, you had to pay the MC, you had to pay for the venue. Like, those are the kinds of things you have to take into consideration when you are having a charity event. That's why sometimes these tickets are ridiculous. Like, you ever, bought a ticket for a charity event and it's like $85, $90, $100. You'd be like, why am I paying $100 for this? Because they're trying to make sure they have enough money to actually donate to the charity. Like, that's what it is. Everybody don't have that kind of money to take out their pockets. Now let's get to this whole step and repeat situation. Here's my problem. I do think this was a situation where Danielle was green to this and didn't necessarily understand how things work. I do believe that in Danielle's mind, her doing all of those things for Teresa, Jennifer, and Dolores, getting them, the car service and having them a VIP area and doing all of those perk kind of things, in her mind, I really think she thought she was doing right. I do not think it occurred to her to put them on the step and repeat, especially since she was selling space on the step and repeat. It was part of the fundraiser, right? If you're a vendor, you could pay $50 and your name gets put on the step and repeat. And again, it's another way that she's collecting money for the charity. So for Jennifer to be this upset over not being on the step and repeat, girl, stop playing. Like, it's not that serious. The step and repeat is the modern day program. Y'all remember how when people would have events and they would have a program and you could pay for ad space, and I mean, people still do it, but not as much as like they used to. Now the step and repeat is the program. You pay $50 or $100 depending on how big or how small you want your name on the step and repeat, because everybody's going to take pictures in front of it and it's going to go out. It's going to be posted on social media, yada, yada, yada. So Jennifer, if it was that serious, why you ain't say something to that woman? Because I don't think Danielle intentionally did it, and I don't think it was malicious. However, I do think it's something that you could have a conversation with her. If you really were truly interested in being cool with her and trying to build a friendship with her, that's something you could have reached out to her and said, okay, girl, this is how we do things. Remember, Danielle was new to the Real Housewives. She was new to doing this whole reality thing. All of that was new to her. And so she could have easily have said that to her. But you turned it into something totally different. Girl, it was not that serious. Hey, Jennifer was wrong to push Danielle, but there's no reason to throw a whole picture on her face. Yes, it was. Once you hit me, you don't get to tell me how to respond. I'm sorry. Once you put your hands on me, and it was an impulse. Like, it's not like Danielle went and looked for it. It was impulse. I'm sorry. Now, thank you for the super chat, but we're going to disagree on that. We're going to get to that, and we almost there. Right. Exactly. So my thing is, I don't think it was that serious. So then Jennifer said, well, there were other things too. So Jennifer tells this story. First of all, I had to rewind it because I didn't even understand. Right, it was a cup. Right. Number one, it was a cup and not a whole picture. That's number one. But first of all, I didn't even understand the story. I had to go back and rewind it, listen to it again, and I still didn't understand it. It wasn't until Danielle in her confessional explained it that I understood what the issue was, because when Jennifer told this story, I didn't understand why there was a reason for anybody to be mad. I didn't get it. You were doing a photo shoot for the woman that does Danielle's hair. You weren't getting paid for it. You thought you were doing a master class when you were really just doing an Instagram photo shoot. Danielle, who thought she was your friend looking out for you, said, hey, girl, you know what you signed up for, right? You know this isn't like some master class. This is just an Instagram photo shoot that she's advertising her new extensions. I just thought I'd let you know so that the person that normally does your hair don't feel no kind of way that you're doing a hair advertisement for somebody else. Jennifer took that and twisted that into you're trying to do this woman wrong. I was so confused. Yeah, I was so confused by what Danielle had done wrong. Maybe I missed something. Is that white people stuff? Because I don't understand what the issue is. Maybe it's rich people stuff. I didn't get it. And she said that when she called her, Jennifer in the moment was like, thank you so much for letting me know. So I am confusion. And then Jennifer didn't even show up. See, I am confusion at what the problem was. I don't understand the issue. So they get to arguing. And yes, they were going back and forth. And yes, Danielle was walking up on her. Then Danielle was walking behind. Then Danielle walked up on her again. And yes, Danielle was doing this. But what we're not going to do tonight, what we are not going to do is change the rules. Because every time there has been a physical altercation, what do y'all always say to me? Well, you know, people can say what they want to say, but you don't get to put your hands on nobody. So we're going to go by who touched who first. Jennifer Aiden put her hands on Danielle first. She pushed her. That's what had happened. Danielle then took a glass and hit Jennifer with it. Now listen, what you don't get to do, you do not get to change the rules. If y'all gonna say, well, she put her hands on her first, well, she got a right to respond. You said Danielle complained that they weren't getting paid. That's what I took from it. Okay. I still don't think it was what they turned it into. Like, Jennifer made it seem like Danielle, it just was weird. Like, I didn't understand what the big deal was. I didn't get it. So, okay, I get it that Danielle was saying, hey, we weren't getting paid. I'm just letting you know that this is not a paid gig. Okay, cool. But I was confused at how hey, Brandy Boo, what's up? I was just confused at why it was such a big deal. And Danielle knew what Jennifer was doing. That's why Danielle started cussing her out, because she knew what she was doing. Hold on. Let me see what Phil said, child. Thank you for the super chat, boo. Danielle used the wives for promotion for the event. So I could see Jen's point. I do think Jen should not have touched Danielle. Jen was wrong. Okay. All right. Got it. Okay. We agree mostly. You know, for me and Phil, that's good, because me and Phil don't usually agree at all, child. We usually don't agree at all, child. Here's what I'm going to say. And then here's what I hate. Then Jennifer wanted to act like she was the victim. Just because, and see, this is what I tell my students all the time. A lot of times with teachers, baby, we catch the second thing. We don't see the first thing. So I tell my students all the time, 9 times out of 10, I don't see what they did to you, but I saw your response. And that was the situation. A lot of people missed Jennifer pushing Danielle, but everybody saw Danielle hit Jennifer with that daggone glass. You see what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, even Teresa was like, well, if you pushed her first, even Teresa had to be like, well, yeah, I mean, if you pushed her, you know, I'd have threw a glass in your face too. I mean, you know, if you put your hands on her first, it's up. It's up. Now I'm a fair person in my own world. Child. Yeah, I don't think it was that serious. I mean, when I say not that serious, I think that Jennifer was wrong, and Jennifer owes Danielle an apology. I think what Jennifer was trying to do was wrong, and I think Jennifer putting her hands, because remember last year, Jennifer started that altercation with Melissa last year when they were down, and then got mad at her husband for not defending her. Girl, you started it. You started it. Absolutely. That's why Jennifer had to take that hit with glass. She knows she touched Danielle first. Otherwise, Jennifer will be trying to press charges. You right. You ain't lying. You ain't lying. But remember, Jennifer started that mess last year with Melissa. That's why when everybody wanted me to feel, I think somebody dropped down in my chat last week or the week before last and wanted me, you know, to address the fact that what happened between Jennifer and Joe at BravoCon, and why wasn't I talking about that, and why didn't I have a problem with Joe at BravoCon? Because I know Jennifer for her works, and I wasn't there, so I don't know what Jennifer said to Joe and what Joe said to Jennifer. So I don't know what happened. I don't know who was right or who was wrong, but I'm not going to automatically assume that Joe was wrong for cussing Jennifer out, because I know her for her works. Now, I'm not saying that makes it okay for a man to get in a woman's face and all of that. I'm not saying all of that. But what I am saying is, I know you for your works, Jennifer. Jen Aiden. I know you for your works. So I'm not going to assume that Joe was wrong, just like I'm not going to assume that Joe was right. I'm just saying, I don't have an opinion on what happened at the BravoCon because all I saw was the footage after the fact. We did not see what led up to the footage that we saw. And it's very easy to judge when we see someone's response and we don't see what triggered that response. We don't know what Jen Aiden said to Joe before we saw Joe responding to her. And then Jen likes to sit back and play victim, like she did tonight. Now all of a sudden she's the victim. Oh my gosh, she hit me with a comment. Oh my God. Girl, then when they said, well, did you push her first? I don't know. I mean, I could have. It just went so fast. I could have. Ciao, bye. Ciao, bye. All right, y'all. We about to get off of here, child. I'm about to go finish watching the Olympic trials. Okay, y'all know I love the Olympics. I'm about to go finish watching the Olympic trials. I was gonna try to do my my Maddie review tonight, but it's already 11:15, and I have an appointment in the morning, so we'll do it tomorrow. But I'll see you guys later. I'm about to get off of here. And I will talk to y'all later. Mwah, peace.